Hey guys, how you doing? So I'm going to make this video for two purposes. I saw this right here. It says a drop rate random, and they actually feel like it's has been nerfed and such, you know. But there's some people not finding issues, and to be honest with you, I have found that when I did dungeons, sometimes you go through like 5 dungeons and get nothing, and then people think it's like nerf and stuff like that, but it usually isn't like that. So I went ahead and tried to, and it took me a long time to actually find a group because for some reason people are very scared about someone like me, like asking them, hey man, do you want to do some skip runs with me? I'm sure you have now done it before. I don't know what skip runs. Skip runs basically we just get the mobs to go straight to the chest that are purple and blue, gold, and we earn some money and we split it all half and half. However, I am not going to be getting any of my loot. I'll just give it to you and stuff like that. But sounds very suspicious. They think I'm just gonna call it's a trap. I'm gonna call them and bring them to the dungeon just so they can get PK'd and stuff like that. And this is gonna be in the red zone basically. So I understand for not being able to be trusted. So it took him like 45 minutes just to find the group. I found my famed Plague. Plague was here, and he had a friend named Morgoth in the Lost Infinite, and basically we started doing one. Now, as you see right here, if you look very quickly, they didn't get shit on their side of loot. However, I did get something in there that cost us a lot of money. So all the loot that I get is going to be for them, and they'll split in half. So see, I got like a demon helm. A demon cloak, or is it undead? It's a demon cape. So I got a demon cape that's gonna go to them. Trade it up really quickly to Plague, and then we'll continue to fast forward. I'm gonna make it times 12 speed so we can get real quickly. I know I can cut it off so you guys can see how quickly I able to like pass a mob and not die in some of the areas in here. So. See, if I aggro, I definitely something ahead of time. These are new tanks for these type of thing. Like they're old tank. Like Workout is actually someone who knows how to tank, but he never done this before. Technically, you have to let them aggro. It's like the video that I showed about the skip runs. You have the tank has to aggro everything around you as you move forward, or otherwise I can move forward ahead of time and I can still heal myself perfectly fine. But he has to aggro quickly at the end when we need to kill something. So, but it's okay. We're doing great. We're pushing it all the way forward, and we found out that this is like a blue, I think. So we decided to actually do this one. I think I can. No, it's 12 times 12. It's still pretty good. So we see the mage. We take down the mage first, and because he's summoned bats, bats has to be focused. And then we go back to the last one, which is very easily the guy with the spear. So again, I think somebody picked up some things. That's fine. They didn't get anything great. I got the Grave Guard helm, so obviously I'm gonna try to hit this guy. Pew, 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 pew. Go ahead. Right, and then I throw that away because whatever. I should have gave it to him, but it's whatever. So we fast forward, and now we have a purple boss. I tell him to go straight to the end. We have to kill these two because when we touch the boss, it aggroes them. Focus the bats, focus the mage, and that's fine. And now we can just focus the last boss. On the last boss, we just have to worry about that little AoE. The tank sees it for the first time and knows where to stand in the middle, and that's good. So we finish that boss real quickly, and then we jump down here. Usually the last chest is where you wanted to see some of the good stuff dropping in the chest. I saw some relics in there too, some artifact relics of T5, T6, and so on. And I don't think that this one costs a lot. I mean, the Morgana Crest would cost a lot more if it was T5 and T6, but that's fine. There's 37 T7 runes. They don't say for a lot, but you can use it. However, that black leather might sell for something. I think it's Black Hands that makes it. If you look right here, it says, yep, it's Black Hands. 50 sold to make that, and I'm pretty sure it might sell for, I think Black Leather is actually the one that I sell for pretty good. So I give that to the dude. You have all of that. We're gonna go to the next run. Alright. So on this run, what happened is, and that's why my boy Plague pointed out, but I told him to come back. What happened is our tank has to leave. And it's so hard to find a tank. Like my boy Iron was here, we would be able to do this like duo if we wanted to, just for the purpose of the video. So our tank had to leave, and we decided, it's like, you know what, I'll go first with the heal, try not to aggro anything, and we'll get to the end of the boss and see the blue boss or the purple boss, whatever comes up first, we'll go in there and try to take it down ourselves. Just duo man. So I went first. I actually can do this very easily if I go first, if I don't have to heal him or something like that. So we went to the end. We had to take these guys down, so now I'm healing him and healing myself. Take that down, and he got a 0.3. So if he would have left and I would have left, this is a chance that he would have not gotten that. And that goes for 1.3 mil, which I think later on I'll show you. It'll show you how much he actually got in for that. And I think I need to put that in the front of the page. I think, which I'll do that. So again, we just hit the boss real quickly, kill it. Hammer the mine boss would be a problem with us, because I duo the mine boss, and then right there, he got his loots, which wasn't like also great, but I got some pretty good loot. I got a royal robe, and there's a tier 7 in there that you can literally upgrade these with all the rooms that you're getting from these dungeons. Like you could just upgrade these and sell it for a bit higher. So we got a couple of things in there, and I give it to him basically, and then we go back to town. Fast forward over here, and then right here we look at some of the profit that he made. So he got the 5.3 map that's gonna sell for 1.3 mil and 50k. He got the demon cape, and basically that's 497,000. He got the grave guard, and now that's 181,000. We go ahead and look at the second picture. And that's not including everything else he actually was able to put up. I just told him to put up the stuff that he's going to be selling normally and not instantly. So we look at the second one. He got the Royal Deb, that will be 138, 79 for the other one, and 28,000. So far, he was like more like 2 mil or so. I think he got in that. So the guy had to leave, and now we had to wait for another guy. And Plague actually invited also a friend of mine, which is named Atrocious. Sorry about that. Atrocious. He went with a tank setup, and I told him the guardian chest is best because of the reduced damage. Soldier helm is best because in case we do find the mine boss, you can use block, and otherwise you can use stone skin, and that's 33% less damage. And the boots is in case you do find a hard boss that you can use giant. Technically, he forgot to put the run boots. For that, you're supposed to have run so you can run with the healer and not die. But if you run giant, then it's going to be a little problematic because we can be ahead of him and might aggro some bosses and stuff like that. So that's pretty much the spec. For the hand, I really prefer anything that is AOE. I prefer Axe. Axe is best because you can spin, and because his has a AOE Q that just hits everybody every time, like boom, boom, and that's awesome because he can get aggro and I can keep healing him, and I don't get aggro and I won't die. Technically, I won't die, but if I use big heals on him. And then I have aggro, then I'll have big heals for myself, then I'm gonna die. So we went ahead, saw some reds around, no problem, no big deal, and now we just go on ahead and get to the next boss. We did a mistake in here, which basically was we thought it was a blue boss. It was actually a green boss, which I was quite pissed. I think I can fast forward like right here so you guys can see it. Fast forward here, it was actually a green boss, so I just give him the lens like fuck it, let's keep going. I made a mistake. I thought it was blue. That's the first time I ever made a mistake like that. So we kept going, and we went for this boss, and sadly we got bad luck. I'm gonna tell you ahead of time, we got bad luck in Black Zone. By the way, it's not that it's nerf or anything like that. These luck has happened before when me and Iron was doing. Sometimes you get like 3 dungeons that have like all blue zone, and people think that Black Zone is better loot. No, that doesn't work. You usually have to go to each zone and try like 20 runs east, so you can see that both zones is actually equal. There's no loot increase in Black Zone, there's no loot increase in Red Zone or Yellow Zone or Blue Zone. They're all the same. All random numbers are actually the same. So if someone tells you that we're going to Black Zone because it's actually better, the only thing that's going to be better is the fame, not the loot. So don't believe them on that. My boy died here because he forgot to actually keep his cooldown On the Guardian chest, he used it way too soon, and he used the boots way too soon, right when he still had like 75% HP. In the bottom, he was still like tanking while still technically getting hit with the chains. So you know, I don't think that he makes a mistake again. But I just go ahead and just heal Plague because he's dodging the AOE and it's fine. We'll look over here and look, one of you, oh, I'm sorry, not one of you, one of them has 64 relics of this, master relics. So 64 on the blue chest, by the way. So on the blue chest, he has 60, which is in the end boss, obviously, is pretty reasonable. So I think it's 63 or 65. I think it's one of those two, 63 or 65. So that sells a lot. One of them is going to have that. And then whatever I had, which was here, some relics and stuff like that, they're gonna get that. So I'm just gonna give it to them. Here's ahead of time. If you guys are in the group and you guys want to share the money, I would say share the loot. You guys go back, sell it, and share the profit. If not, then you can just go ahead and, you know, everybody gets their own loot and stuff like that. Now I'm gonna start skipping some runs. I have someone over here who had to come into the Discord, so I can explain some things for the runs, and he entered the Discord and I explained it to him. So I'm going to, soon enough, I'm going to start skipping some of these things because you guys can see that we can actually go ahead and skip run very easily. So once we get ahead, oh, that's a T8 room. Once we get ahead, I'm going to start skipping some of these and go straight for the chest. And as you see in here, we look down for the last one. He has some relics. I think that's 2 of them for that. Got a staff. I got another relic in there, which I also got, I think. And I got the Ghostly with the quick handle. And I'm going to get that to these guys as well, so they can actually make it and sell it. Because that's what they do to make money and something like that. And I give them the T8 runes. So then we look for the next one. I think we only have 2 more. 1 or 2 more. Because he has to leave. It's like 2 a.m. in the morning for them. So I can't get going. I was supposed to be keep going so they can able to see like if it is true. But I won't be able to. I guess I will do that tomorrow when they are arrived again, or if I can get a tank, because it's hard to find a tank. So we pass through these, and sometimes you see this one was one of the most disappointed purple chests ever, I think. No, actually it wasn't this one. It wasn't another one I think we had, but this one is actually good. So as you see, there is a demon. No, that's a demon undead. That's an undead. I think that's an undead cave, and there's a tier 5 right there. So one of them is going to be getting that, the other one's going to be getting that, some mercenary one, that's okay. And then I got some, just okay, look, you know, I got the bow that this guy wanted to have, and then this is for 25k, and I just give them all that. So let's just fast forward this. Alright. Come on, fast forward this. Okay. Because at the end I'm going to start pretty much skipping. You guys already know that you can see that I can go ahead and do the run fastly. So at one point I'm gonna start skipping these and go straight for the chest. Alright, here's the last blue one. So I think after this one, ooh, sorry about that. Excuse me. Fast forward this. Okay, fast forward that. Okay, I slow it down here so I can open the chest, and boom. So we had those stupid maps that came up. This was actually not a great chest. Looked really not great. So I give them to them, and that's where we start skipping the. You guys can see that we can already skip run. You know, I don't have to see everything again. So this one actually will bust as well. And one other thing I tell people is like when I see blue chest, I don't expect much. Even at the end of the chest that it could be blue, I don't expect much. I expect much on the purple chest. So there again, and look, that's I don't know if it was 60 something or not. Can't actually tell from here. This actually see the whole thing? Yeah, it is. So I can't see very well for that one. But they got a T7 for the relics, and then I gave them the one I had right here. Damn, not good for the video. Yes, I think it's about 39 maybe. I think it's around 39 or so. I'm not positive. It was 30 something maybe. Alright, so we had the next boss we really could kill really quickly, and basically it was a tome chest. So I split the chest, I split the tome between them. They got each like 2 tomes and some other tomes and stuff like that. And then I give them I split them, and you can have this, and I split the other guy, you can have that. And I left because I'm not gonna use the other tomes inside of there. I don't need it. So we finish this boss, open it up, and we see some relics in there too. You know, we see some good stuff in here. I mean, this is the best thing. They got the cursed frozen crystal, so that was actually something so funny for them. It's made with 50 relics, so, and maybe this one. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the infernal cloth though. But they got something with that, and that pretty much ends it, I guess. I mean, they tried again cussing here. I try to bait them towards me since I have relic gear, so I try to bait this guy towards me, and then we were able to escape easily. Now, the reason we didn't fight that is because we have stuff on ourselves. We didn't want to lose that in case someone else has a potential dying or something like that. But if we wouldn't had anything, we definitely would have fought squad for that one because we're definitely not scared. So we got the stuff home and such, and then maybe next day we'll go back at it again. But yeah, so far, all honesty, I don't feel like it's nerfed. They don't feel like it's nerfed. Nobody has done a skip run since the time I did it. I did it, and well, okay. Some people did skip run, but only to the end of the boss because it was bugged. What happened is that there is a chest on the undead, basically, that you can open it without even fighting the boss. And people bitched about it, and basically, they fixed it. And that was a good bitch. If I was in the game, I would say that's definitely a good bitch. I would have bitched too. But then there's this kind of skips, which is actually following the rules and finishing the boss. So basically, you go to each place, find a purple chest, boss chest, and a legendary boss chest. And basically, after that, you just go right ahead and finish them, get the loot, and run out. And if someone is behind you, I'm sorry, the boss is open. I'm sure sooner or later they're going to bitch about this, because in black zone and red zone it's not such a big deal, but if you do it as in blue zone and yellow zone, every single dungeon is like literally contested and congested, and it just inflated. You know, it looked like zombies in there. There's so many people trying to look for party and trying to do those runs that I'm sure when you enter a dungeon, it's already full. So I'm sure they're gonna bitch about it, and they'll fix it sooner or later. So the skip boss chest is limited. So if you ever found yourself doing this as well, I suggest you milk it as much as you can, because it's going to be nerfed at one point or another, depending on how many people actually start bitching about it in the forum. But that's about it. Tomorrow I'm going to go right ahead and bring. We're gonna do some more T5, and the reason I do T5 is so that people can see if there's a nerf on it, and then we're going to be doing T6 and up to T7. Hopefully it's gonna be very ganky on T7, but what we're going to do, because they're gonna have like 13 players and stuff like that going into T7, so it's much dangerous. But we're going to try it by doing skip runs, and if we see the players ahead of time, we'll just have to do the same thing. If everybody is good on their running away, we can just run away with the mobs on us. You know, if they don't have a druid healer, we don't have to worry about it, because they won't be able to get healed and get died. So that's pretty much it for today. I'm sorry for the long rant, and I hope you enjoyed the game. 10 more days before I'm gone. God damn it.